Hi guys, welcome to week 11. This week we're going to be covering chapter 8 in your textbook, which is basically all about imperfect competition. And so we studied perfect competition in chapter 6, and we kind of understand what makes a firm perfectly competitive. And so this chapter we're going to dig deeper into every other type of market structure. So that's pure monopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic competition. And so your discussion question this week is going to be for you to give me a real-world example of a monopolistically competitive firm or an oligopoly. And so make sure you get it right. And so that's sort of your discussion question for the week. You're also going to have a homework, the chapter 6 through 8 homework, and you're going to have your regular Learn Smart for chapter 8. So make sure that you pay attention to the homework. Again, this is sort of going to be like your warm-up for the final for chapter 6 through 8. So the questions on the final that cover chapter 6 through 8 are going to be very, very similar to the questions on this week's homework. So this kind of marks the beginning of a new section of the textbook where we're going to be starting to talk about market failures. So up till this point, we've kind of been talking about how economics and equilibrium is sort of this wonderful outcome that doesn't really need any government intervention to achieve. People's self-interest kind of drives us to this equilibrium outcome, and that equilibrium outcome turns out to be the best for society. So now we're going to kind of turn the page and show situations where people's self-interest does not lead to the best outcome for society. And so in this chapter, chapter 8, it's going to turn out that the monopolist's equilibrium is not going to be the same as the competitive firm's equilibrium, and therefore it's not going to be the best outcome for society. And so we're going to be able to capture or measure how inefficient it is by kind of capturing the size of the deadweight loss triangle, something that you can see in your textbooks. So measuring producer and consumer surplus and equilibrium and then kind of under a monopolist is one way for us to check kind of the size of the lost efficiency from these market failures. So I hope you guys have a great week. Make sure you get all your assignments done. Oh, and one last thing. I added a column in the grade book that has your discussion total dropping 2 lowest, your homework total dropping the 1 lowest, and your Learn Smart total also dropping the 1 lowest. And then I also added a weighted percentage column. And so that weighted percentage column is your grade at the moment. And so I've kind of populated all the missing assignments with zeros. And so just take a look at the grade book so you can kind of get a feel for what your grade is at this current moment. All right, have a great week, guys. Bye.